Hey, hey, hey! This is Best Practices Unveiled. This podcast is a judgment-free zone where we will have real open conversations about various topics. Our objective is simple yet profound. We're going to provide you listeners with valuable insights and wisdom from engaging guests and a passionate host. Best practices are not a quick fix. They represent a lifelong journey of growth, learning, and continuous improvement. We are creating a space that embraces inclusivity and shared experiences, offering something for everyone. Stay tuned. Hey, 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 Grand Rising. Welcome to Coffee Time with Miss Annette, Best Practices Unveiled. How's everybody doing today? Sunday morning is beautiful here in Tampa, Florida. Sunny, well, sunny/cloudy. Nice little breeze, sitting out on the patio, surrounded by my babies. Y'all know I'm a plant mom, garden, nature girl. Like, I love it all. I love being outside. I love life. So I want to connect with you all because last week my topic of discussion was the importance of reading, the importance of language and literacy with our young learners, our babies, our children. Just take time, a little time out of our busy schedules to connect with your child reading. It's so important. It makes a world of difference. Children's brains develop every second. They are making connections, you know. The world is new to them, so they're sponges. We always say in our field that, you know, the children's brains are like sponges. They suck up everything, even things that they don't need to take in, they do, because that's what they're doing. They're developing. So it's important as a parent, as educators, that we connect with them, we teach them. Reading is so important in their development. It helps with, again, cognitive. It helps with them understanding the world around them. So it's important that we help them to embrace that. And even a good story is wonderful. You know, sometimes when I'm reading to the children, I don't go by what the book, each word is saying. You know, I kind of be a little bit more animated for them, make it a little bit more exciting. I include them in the book. I ask open-ended questions to get their perspective, and then also to make them feel included, like they're a part of this experience. And again, I understand as parents, we have a busy schedule, but if you just take a few moments out of your day, 5 minutes, 10 minutes, even, you know, just to give them that time to help with that development piece. And then keep in mind too, I'm an early educator, so I get children from birth to actually school ages. So birth to 4, they may have what we call the voluntary kindergarten program, was VPK, and they kind of get more in depth in their learning and getting them prepared for school. There's testing with that. You know, I don't even think parents are really aware of that they have 3 different stages of testing that children go through when they're in VPK. And yes, it's the educator's responsibility to make sure that they're ready, but it's also your responsibility as a parent to help ensure that they're ready for the next steps from VPK into private school, charter school, public school, school in general. You want to make sure that they're prepared, because if we don't help them to be successful, then later on it's going to be a little bit more challenging for them. And we do not want our babies to struggle when they're in that space, because it's very difficult. And if we can reflect back as young children growing up, those of us who struggled, whether it was for reading, whether it was for math, we know what that felt like. And if you yourself are not capable of assisting your child in those areas, there are resources. So don't get discouraged. Just reach out. If you need resources, reach out to me. You have my contact. If there's anybody else in your area that you may need to connect with, if you have it, your children are involved in a program or school or what have you, and you feel like you're not capable of providing them with the extra curricular experience that they need, in regards to help, reach out. And I'm sure that you'll, be able to get the help that you need. Even for ourselves as adults, I love reading, but that's me. That's one of my hobbies. This is my book I'm reading now, because this is something that I need to strengthen. It just kind of depends on where I am. I love self-help books. I love to different perspectives in that area, and not everything do I agree with when I do read, but what resonates for me, I apply it, and what doesn't, I leave it where it is, respectfully. So that's just good. It keeps your brain sharp as well. I'm all about growth and evolving, so it's not just mind. It's not just body physically, it's mind and spirit as well. So just keep everything in alignment. So if you like reading, I know that we are all, technical. We like to get on those phones and we can read up on what's going on in everybody else's life, but how are you reading to strengthen your own life? Think about that. 5 minutes a day, if not more. Take some time for yourself, take some time for your children, and make sure you're communicating with your children's teachers, whether it's early education or school age. Make sure that you understand where they are. You want to make sure that they are ready for success. Okay? All right. Enough on last week. So moving forward, we will be, next week is going to be on mental health / resilience. And this is this is dear to me. It's all dear to me. But when you think about mental health and resilience, I look at that as overcoming several obstacles that in some cases people don't get through and get over, right? And sometimes we don't know how to get past trauma that has impacted our lives. So as opposed to getting through it or get beyond it, we become the trauma. And when I say we become the trauma, is that we allow the trauma that we may have experienced in our lives to speak as to who we are. So every time there's a situation that you may feel triggered, something happens that reminds you of what happened to you, we result back. We take 10 steps back into that space. Now, I'm not saying that your feelings are not valued or valid, because they are. But if we continue to allow things that happened to us before define who we are now, we become stuck. So we got to unravel all of that, right? Release it and then keep moving. Understanding that what happened to me, but this is where I am now. This is where I am now, and I have a few ideas of where I would like to be in the future. That's my definition. So we'll have a guest. Toshiba Berry is going to be sharing her story of resilience and the different things that she has overcome. We're going to be dropping some really good information. So if you haven't subscribed to our YouTube channel, Annette E05 on YouTube, Best Practices Unveiled, please do so. Subscribe, click the like button so that you'll be informed on future podcasts that will be coming up. You could also reach me on LinkedIn if you want to make any connections, if you need speakership, you need your teachers, your schools, your college programs need workshops in order to educate them on best practices in early education and beyond. You can reach out to me on our website at www.kidsareus.org. I'm on Facebook under Best Practices, under Kids Are Us Family Child Care, and Annette Little. You can also, did I get everything? IG. I'm on IG as True Goddess 14, because that's who I am. So those are all my contacts. Be sure to stay connected and read to those babies and take some time to touch a book, touch those pages, let them resonate. I love a good book. I know that we are in a technical world, and you know, a lot of us can like to read from our phones, but again, it's just something about turning the pages of a book. Really, I feel that you really can connect better with what the author is trying to share. It just puts me in the space of like a movie, where they are, you know, when they're writing the book, and kind of, you know, connecting with the words. But that's just me. I know I'm a little different. So yeah, make that connection. Until next time, have a wonderful week. Stay tuned. To everyone listening, this is a space where diversity and innovation are created. If you'd like to be a guest or collaborate, I'd love to hear from you. Email me at AnnetteE05@gmail.com, or you can message me on Instagram at TrueGoddess14. Let's keep planting seeds, building relationships, knowledge, and understanding. Until next time, keep evolving. I almost forgot. See my shirt? Protect your brand. Shout out to Clique's digital marketing service. I met them at the leadership conference in Rhode Island. They're out of Atlanta, Georgia. Great marketing company. You need some marketing done? Check out Clique's. Peace.